name is Paul Carnicella. I'm the head coach here at Carnicella Mixed Martial Arts. This is the gym where we have different forms of discipline: wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of places offer mixed martial arts as a class. We do it as a structured program.
So it's Dr. E here. We're here at Carnicella MMA with the infamous Paul Carnicella. We're gonna be here talking about recovery, all things MMA, nutrition, and how this extends to wellness and life. Paul, thanks for having us.
Number one, I always say wrestling is the key. You need to know how to wrestle, whether you're doing any grappling, whether you're doing competition, BJJ, which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or anything itself, you need to learn how to wrestle. Wrestling is the most important discipline. That way you can take the fight where you want it. And also the training involved in wrestling, you have to learn how to grind. And there's no sport out there that grinds more than wrestling. So you have to have that mentality of grinding, being miserable. That's basically how I look at it. The preparation, as far as what a fighter should do, there's always a warm-up. Everybody's basically warming up. They're stretching out. I make sure that prior to sparring, they have to prepare themselves, not just physically, but mentally. Because if they just jump in there cold, then that's where the injuries happen, right? So that's usually the first step. And then what I'm big on is the recovery. So there's active recovery, and there's that one day of just them absolutely just relaxing. It could be sauna, cold baths, deep tissue massage. We emphasize that because the recovery is just as important as what you're doing, because if you come in the next day and you're tight, that's when usually you pull muscles and you get hurt. No, not really. I know a lot of people say the only thing that my responsibility is I try to get the right training partners for them, because if I'm getting somebody who's that much bigger than what they're ever gonna feel like in an opponent, it doesn't make sense, even body type and dimensionally, like for them to grab somebody who's 200 and something pounds when they're fighting at 115. So I gotta make sure that they spar or they drill with someone that's similar to their size. But as far as them grinding, pushing, sparring rounds, they all get the same. They're not treated any differently. They're there to fight. I'm not there, I tell people all the time, I'm not there to be a cheerleader. I'm your coach. I'm not there to cheer you on. I'm there to motivate you. I'm there to push you, and I'm there to give you positive reinforcement. But if you're making a mistake, that's not my job to lie to you. Cannot be lied to. As a coach should have, their ultimate responsibility is to assure that the fighter is in the ultimate shape, both physically and mentally, to be prior to them entering into that cage. And that's my job. So I don't really, obviously if they're fighters, I have to treat them the same. And I get the right sparring partners. I like to get enough women to train with women, because they need to get a realistic assessment. Because sometimes, you know, if they're trained with some of the guys might push them, but they don't want to push too hard. When I get another woman, another female to train with them, they're kind of realistically pushing themselves. So it's a better evaluation and assessment I can make. You basically build this family atmosphere, because I call it more a family than a team. And the reason why I say it is because everybody here helps each other. What I want to see is the fighters that are fighting now helping the future fighters, the younger fighters. So I'm not here just to build one person, two people, but I'm here to build a family team. So later on, you know, it's not the biggest gym, but everybody here is after the same goal. We have a positive energy that's in this gym, and if I feel that things are not positive, it's not gonna sit well with me. So I'm trying to build that with the students now. Whether it's jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, it doesn't really matter. What I'm looking to build is really that family atmosphere where somebody can say, you know, I might not want to be a fighter, but I just want to train with the fighters. I might not want to do jiu-jitsu, I just want to train. I want to be in great shape. I want everybody to come in here and feel that when they come here, they feel good. They can leave all their problems home, and they come here and they can have a better life because of this gym. So that's, if I can say anything, I want this to continue, but I want it to continue and grow as a family.